Hi everyone, today I'm here with the On My Shelf tag, and this was originally started by Ian Broom. Over the past few months I've seen a lot of booktubers do these videos and they've been absolutely amazing to watch, so I thought today would be a good opportunity to do one myself. The idea of the tag is to basically select random coordinates from your bookshelf and then you get lots of different random books that you wouldn't normally talk about. With these books you can talk about the story behind them, what you thought of them, where you got them, why you got them, or just anything bookish that you want to mention. It's a great idea because in a lot of tag videos I do, I tend to talk about the same books again and again, and sometimes I'm scared that it gets a little bit repetitive, but this tag is different, it's new, exciting, varied, and all these positive adjectives can be inserted here. I've randomized coordinates for each shelf, so I'm going to be showing 5 books in total, so let's get on and let's play this game of On My Shelf. The first coordinate is from shelf number 1 and it's book 16, which is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I'd like to say that this was an amazing book and it won the viewer's choice that I did at the end of last year. It was fast-paced, dynamic, it was very exciting, I really enjoyed the characters, and it's very hyped up in BookTube, but it's amazing and it deserves the hype. I don't think it's perfect, I think there are definitely some flaws with this book, but I think in general it's one that can appeal to so many different kinds of people. Before BookTube I hadn't heard of this book, and then as soon as I started watching booktubing videos this came up all the time, and I can see why, because it was a good read. The second coordinate is from shelf number 2 and this is book number 28, which is Wolf's Angel by MD Lachlan. I haven't actually read this book yet, so it's still on my to-be-read pile, my very long to-be-read pile may I say. I think I got it before I started booktubing actually. I remember going into Waterstones and I used to buy so many books in Waterstones, and I still kind of buy quite a few, but not as many. And I saw this cover with the wolf on and I was just captivated by it, and I thought I'm going to get this book because it's about wolves and that sounds quite fun. But I just never got around to reading it for some reason, which is a shame because I want to read it at some point. I'm hoping to read it over the next few months because I've been looking at the blurb and it sounds really interesting actually, so you know, sometimes it's just a shame that you can't read books as soon as you buy them, but I will read it eventually. The next coordinate is 317, and this one is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I read this last year for my English Literature GCSE actually, and I really enjoyed it. Some people didn't enjoy it for some reason, but I actually liked it. I thought the characters were good, I thought the idea and the messages were good, and I just thought overall it was very good to analyse for the exam. I'm really glad this came up randomly as well, because I have to mention about Michael Gove actually banning this book from future GCSE studies, which I think is ridiculous. I don't know what he's doing or what his mind is working like, but he's decided to ban all books that are not based in England. I think he's getting confused as to what English literature actually is. As far as I'm aware, English literature is books that are written in English, and American English is still English. So this should still be on the GCSE, and I don't know what he's doing, because reading books from different continents and different countries means more culture, and it's more interesting, and I just honestly don't know why he banned it. But anyway, we can't deny that this is a good book, and I think it's just great. I think, you know, so many people in England will have read this book, but, you know, if you haven't read it yet, definitely read it. The next book is from shelf number 4, and the number is 15, and it is Time Riders by Alex Scarrow. I saw it in a bookshop, and I got it. I actually got the first 4 books, but then I never read them. For some reason, I just haven't got around to it. I'm not sure why. There's something stopping me from reading it, and I don't know what it is. So, you know, if you want me to read this book, your job is to persuade me in the comments down below. The final coordinate is from my 5th shelf, which is the final one, and it's book number 8, which is Warhorse by Michael Morpurgo. I think I read this book when I started booktubing, and I really enjoyed it actually. It was a quick read, it was fun, and I love the ideas in it. I have to say, Michael Morpurgo is one of my favourite childhood writers. I remember reading so many books by him in primary school, which were all amazing, and I was quite addicted. I had a lot of books by him. I don't know where they've actually gone, but I did read a lot of books by him. I think he's such a talented childhood writer, and he's very well known, and I can see why, because he is amazing, and this one is amazing. It was also a film. I think this is the film cover, and I don't really like film covers, but, you know, it's still awesome. So everyone, that is it for today's video of On My Shelf. I'll probably do another of these videos at some point if you want me to, so please let me know in the comments. It was just so much fun to do, to show and talk about different books that I don't normally talk about. So thanks everyone for watching, and see you all again in my next video.